Hi there and welcome. My name is Noah and this is probably the first video on this channel that I'm making. I felt a call on my heart that, I've been doing worship for so long and I felt God calling me to now share things that I've learned with other people. And I've been doing it for about like 2 years now maybe. I've been on a worship band at my local church. I've played electric guitar on stage. I've now learned other instruments. I've played worship nights at my college campus. I've done worship in my college's Bible clubs. I've worshiped on stage, off stage, you name it, I've worshiped there. And I love spreading the glory of God, and I think the best way to do it is through His praise. And who doesn't love praising Jesus for the things that He's done in our lives? So yeah, I thought I would share some of the knowledge I know. This is a tutorial on how to play What a God by SEU Worship, I think. For this tutorial, I will be referencing the numbers and the chords that we'll be using, and this is also going to be in the key of A. This is in the key of A, but we will be playing G shapes, and this is just an acoustic guitar tutorial, but you can also do this for electric guitar too if you're a beginner. So the chords you're going to need are G, which is the 1, C, which is the 4, D, the 5, E minor, the 6, and A minor, the 2. Those should be all the chords that you're going to need for this song pretty much. I will just break every part of the song down for you. So starting off, we have the verse. There's no intro for this song. It just goes straight into the verse. And just to let you know beforehand, the strumming pattern that I'm doing is kind of a mix of like a down-up thing that I tend to do in most songs. But you can do sort of like a just down strums if you are a beginner. So you should go, who thought I'd find you at the lowest place? You could do that, but I tend to go, who thought you'd find me at the lowest place? Just so you have like a reference of how the strumming is going. That's what I tend to do, but you can do the down strum if you're new to guitar, if you're new at playing worship and stuff like that. So the song starts out like this. Who thought you'd find me at the lowest place? Who thought you'd feel me in the crowd? Who knew you'd make good of my mistakes? You're nothing like I thought you were, you're better. What a God, what a God. And then it goes into the chorus from there. So, for what we're doing there, for the verse, it's going E minor to D for the beginning parts, or 6 to 5. E minor to D, E minor back to D major, so it's going 6, 5. You're going back and forth between the 6 and the 5, or E minor and D major. Then it goes, you're nothing like I thought you were, you're better. What a God, what a God. So for that part, it's the 4, which is C, G, the 1, and then 5, which is D. So it's going C, G to D. What a God, what a God. So yeah, 4, 1, 5. What a God, what a God. So then from there we go into the chorus. So I'm going to play through it all the way one more time just so you guys have an idea of how the song should go. So, who thought you'd find me at the lowest place? Who knew you'd feel me in the crowd? I don't know the lyrics that well. Who knew you'd make good of my mistakes? You're nothing like I thought you were, you're better. What a God, what a God. So we're going to go into the chorus now. The chorus is also the same exact progression as the bridge. Remember that, just so you don't get confused. So what a God, what a God. What What a God, what a God. To you are. What a God, what a God. Oh, what a God, what a God. Back into the verse. So for that part, it's almost like a walk-up. In terms of the numbers, it's going 4, 5, 6, 1. But for the chords, you're going C, D, E minor to G. It's almost a walk-up, but then you return back to the 1. So what a God, C, to D. What a God, 6, or E minor to G, the 1. What a God, C to D. What a God, So yeah, that progression is also the exact same for the bridge. So the bridge part that goes, if the highest place I reach is at your feet, then I've done it all. If the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your love has changed my life, forever satisfying. God, you are my everything. For that bridge, it is the exact same progression, the exact same timing. It's just, it might throw you off a bit because of the words, but it's the exact same. But if the 4, or 5, then I've done it all. Then 6 to the 1, then I've seen it all. C to D, then E minor. You are my G. So that'll literally be, it's the exact same progression for the verse, no, for the chorus and for the bridge. Now the other progression is for the extended version of What a God. So in the extended version, they also do this part where they go, angels bow before him, heaven and earth adore him. What a God, what a God. What a God, what a God. For that part, it's literally also the exact same progression as the bridge, the exact same progression as the chorus. Worship music tends to not be very creative with their progressions, I will tell you. But it's the exact same progression. You're going to do C, D, E minor, G, or 4, 5, 6, 1. Literally the exact same progression. Don't got to stress it. Then after that is the part where it goes, all I have needed, thy hand hath provided. For that part, the progression does change. So for that part, it's going, all I have needed, thy hand hath provided. And all I have needed, thy hand hath provided. And all I have needed. You get the point. So for that part, that's where the A minor comes in. It's A minor, have needed, to E minor, thy hand hath provided. G, all I have needed, D, thy hand hath provided. And it repeats. A minor to E minor, then G major to D major. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. And all I have needed, thy hand hath provided. For that part, the progression in terms of numbers will be going 2, 6, 1, 5. For those who don't want to play the capo or who needs the numbers, it's 2, 6, 1, 5 for the progression. And that's pretty much the whole song of What a God. After that, there's the tags at the end where I think it just holds the 4 and the 6. So I think it's going, you are my everything. 6. So it's you are my everything. Then the 6, you are my everything. For the 4, you are my everything. Back to the 6, you are my everything. Or it's, if anything, if that's not it, which is, by the way, 4 C, 6 is E minor. If that's not what it is, then it is actually just the same as the bridge and the chorus. Crazy, I know. This is revolutionary news, but it's probably the exact same. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole song. That's all you'll need to know for the song. Just to recap, in terms of chords, numbers, whatever, I'll put them here. But the verse is going to be 6, 5, or E minor and D major, and then at the end it's 4, 1, 5, or C, G, D. Then for the chorus bridge, the alternate bridge, which is the angels bow before him, that part, and maybe the tag, it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 1. And then for the all I have needed part, it is going to be 2, 6, 1, 5, or A minor, E minor, G major, and D major. That's pretty much the whole song. Thank you guys for watching. I pray you have a great day, and I pray that you just worship hard. Being able to worship is a privilege, and I pray that you don't take it for granted, because it is very easy to make being on stage about you and less about God. So worship with the gift that He's given you, because He can easily take it away. Have a good one.